Coming up next, the Bulls taking on the Hawks. For the Chicago Bulls, so far this season has been all roses with 2 straight wins. Can they extend the streak? Hawks, Bulls is coming up next, and we'll be right back. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Here with Grant Hill, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce. I'm Brian Anderson. Tonight, we've got a special treat. Our NBA insider, Shams Charania, sitting in with us as well. Shams, glad you could be here tonight.
Of course, BA. I'm glad to be a part of this crew. This is a pretty big-time group I'm a part of right now, BA.
Yeah, well, good luck getting the word in. Now Atlanta starting 5. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. Johnson and Porzingis, they're inside. And it's Risache in at the 3. And for Chicago, they've got Isaac Okoro. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Jones in at the 1. A big summer for the Hawks, acquiring Kristaps Porzingis and securing the Pelicans' 2026 unprotected first-round pick.
Yeah, BA, after the Dyson Daniels trade, you'd think maybe New Orleans would avoid making deals with Atlanta, but this new Hawks front office making some very strong moves. They got Nickeil Alexander-Walker as well, and they're playing for the now and the future with that potentially very valuable 2026 first-round pick.
Good call. Here's Porzingis. Porzingis sets a screen. The 3 from Risache. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Daniels against Giddey. Gets stolen by Daniels. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Look, Porzingis gets within arm's length of the hoop. He's not going to make many mistakes.
Here's Buzelis, covered by Johnson. Here's Vucevic. Okoro, left side. 4 on the clock. Over Risache. Okoro, no good. And with 2 of the league's smaller market teams facing off in last year's finals, Shams, any problem with that?
On one hand, BA, it definitely takes the audience some getting used to, but for Commissioner Adam Silver, it's a sign that the league's changes are working as intended. So much parity, it gives every team, if well managed, a chance to compete. And the Pacers and Thunder both certainly fit that description. This is a wide open league right now, BA.
NBA is fertile ground if it's well managed. That's the key. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Young, the pass to Porzingis. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Daniels against Giddey for 3. Porzingis on target from range. Porzingis has got 7.
Well, hey, you set Porzingis up and he'll knock him down. Terrific off the catch.
Pass to Giddey. The 3 from Okoro. Rebounded by Daniels. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Young. Outside Risache. Off the mark there with a 3. For Chicago, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Shams, you're always ready to break a story. Is there ever a chance for you to unplug?
Late summer is when things are quietest, that mid-August through September Labor Day window. That's usually the best moment to get off the grid. But BA, you never know in today's NBA when things could happen, and that could be in the summer too.
Hey, you're always ready. I know that about you. You're a workhorse.
Yeah, the defense is right to challenge Young inside, but he's a persistent guy.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Shooting for Atlanta, Trae Young. taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Free throw's good. Young.
Well, guys, what I love about Young is you cannot break his will. Great mental and emotional toughness.
And both free throws good for Young. Shams, with so many entertainment options out there, Commissioner Silver has said the league cannot be complacent.
Boy, is there ever. I mean, you think about the new TV deals, you think about the rise of social media. We're seeing so much innovation in this world, just in general, across all sports, and the NBA is no different. And certainly, the league office has been very proactive, looking to improve this product at every turn. And a lot of this is around social media and around the internet and around their young consumers and young fans.
I just love the ball.
Bulls trail by 10. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pass to Buzelis. Vucevic, a screen on Johnson. Here's Buzelis. No points so far. Can they get it? And it's Giddey missing. Now here's Young. Takes it inside, and he banks in the layup.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Williams is checked in for Chicago. Dosunmu comes in for Jones. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Alexander Walker comes in for Daniels. .56 seconds left in the first. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Giddey. To snap the cold streak. Dosunmu for 3. Counted from distance.
Smart decision by Giddey to get the ball out for a better look. Just such a good, pure pass.
Now Young. Okongwu, a screen on Giddey. Throws it up high. Here's Buzelis. Guarded by Young. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Yeah, just powerful stuff from Vucevic.
Atlanta leading by 7. Young looking for an opening. Over Giddey. The putback controls the rebound and the putback.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. And so it's Atlanta. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. We'll be right back. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hawks?
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
On the floor for Atlanta, we've got Luke Kennard. Noel out there with Onyeka Okongwu. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Krejci in at the small forward position. Here's Krejci. Kennard for 3. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound. Bulls trail by 7. And almost all of the lottery picks in this year's draft coming out of college. Chomps, what's changed over the years?
Yeah, these players in college are making so much money. In some ways, players that are going back to school at times are making just as much, if not more money than they would if they're being drafted. So the NIL money at play is the biggest story. Players no longer have to necessarily sacrifice their earnings. They can get the exposure, they get the college experience, the big tournament. Also, they can get the big bag, the nice pocket change as well. So whether you stay in college or go to the NBA draft, whether you want to stay abroad, but in most cases enter college basketball, there's a lot of money there in NIL.
Game's popular as ever. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays." Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Alexander Walker with the bucket. It's interesting, Shams, that Commissioner Silver said injuries in the 2025 playoffs were the second lowest in a decade, but big injuries, Achilles injuries to Tatum and Lillard and Halliburton. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Williams. Okoro comes in for DeSumo. Giddey's checked in for Herter, and it's Tre Jones in for Carter. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Giddey with it. Now Okongwu defending. Daniels against Smith. Back to Giddey. 6 to shoot. The three. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
The last 7 league MVPs born outside the United States, Shams. The game is going global. What's next?
So, B.A., Adam Silver cited this statistic. 5 years from now, almost 40% of the youth in the world will live in Africa. I think we'll see a lot of investment in developing that talent, not to mention captivating fans in that market, but really around the world. That's what the NBA is, a global sport.
Do you think we'll see teams, divisions, possibly groups of teams in certain areas around the world that'll be part of the NBA?
BA, NBA Europe is very much in the works. There could be a real league there with the NBA.
Now here's Giddey. He's scoreless. And that one drops.
Oh, Giddey takes the hit and still finishes inside.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Chicago. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Atlanta. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. And Young gets it to go.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Now here's Jones. No points yet. The rebound by Atlanta. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the year.
Last year, these two gave us a very entertaining season series, splitting the games.
Yeah, and since both teams are in similar positions in the conference, winning the series this year would make a nice statement.
All right, Shams, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, BA. Thank you.
And as always, Shams with some great stuff there. I'll tell you what, this guy knows all when it comes to the NBA.
No doubt, Shams is the guy when you're looking for the inside scoop. So well connected and respected around the league.
Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Here's Okoro on the wing. Jones stolen by Daniels. Out to the right wing. Porzingis finds Daniels. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
They're really working the paint now.
Jones feels it out. Pass to Vucevic. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. Defense is setting the tone. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk, and not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Hey folks, halftime here, and it's been the Trae Young show through the first half.
The skill set is all there for Trae Young. Passes and shoots as well as anybody in the league. He's shifty in the paint too. That floater, or he might go and throw the alley-oop, might have been able to get around you, Shaq.
No, Kenny, if he blew past you, he'd hit the Great Wall of me.
And guys, let's turn our attention to the future, shall we? Here's the upcoming schedule.
Well, right now for Chicago, couldn't have had asked for a better start. I love the focus and they're determined.
Come on, man. It's been 2 games. You can't judge anything by that.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Here's Jones. Still without a bucket. And the Bulls, with 1 playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history, Stan.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find a path back to relevance?
Okoro is out there with Buzelis. Then there's Nikola Vucevic, then it's Trae Jones, and it's Giddey in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, thanks a lot. Jalen Johnson, great in the 2-man game, and he talks about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." BA, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Young can't hit. The Bulls trail by 15. Pass to Jones. Now here's Vucevic, defended by Porzingis, and the foul called on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Giddey against Daniels. Here's Buzelis. Shot clock at 5. The Bulls need to get off a shot. A clear look for Vucevic. The rebound by Atlanta.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish for Johnson.
Now here's Jones. Yet to see a basket. Jones with a screen on Porzingis. And here is Vucevic. Outside Jones. Over Porzingis. And the jumper from the wing offline.
They've had a quiet start to this half, hitting just 1 of their first 4 attempts.
Young from long range drops in the 3. Young's got 5 points now this quarter. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, BA. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
And so Billy Donovan calls one more time. The 2K leaderboard highlighting last season's assist leaders. Number 1, Trae Young.
It was a virtuoso performance. They ran the offense through him time and time again.
On defense, the Hawks. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Daniels passes to Johnson. Now Risache. Back to Johnson. Pass to Risache. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get one up here. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul. Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Bulls making a switch here. Sumu's checked in. And the change for the Hawks. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Young. A minute 50 left to play in the third. Outside Risache. Outside Alexander Walker. And Atlanta misses again. Bulls trail by 18. Will stand a move by the Hawks to diversify their offense with more cutting and ball movement.
Well, it's made the Hawks tougher to defend and keeps all 5 guys engaged. As prolific as Trae Young is, it's too much to have him do it all by himself.
Williams is checked in for Buzelis. And a change for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dosunmu for 3. He drops it from range. Dosunmu's got 6 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Porzingis for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Picked by Vucevic. Williams up top. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Williams has got his first 2 points.
If the possession ends with a shot in close, you've done something right.
Pass to Risache. Here's Daniels, defended by Jones. Picked up by Okongwu. Daniels passes to Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Well, with that explosive leaping ability, Okongwu is someone who spaces the floor vertically.
Outside Jones. Pass to Williams. Now Okoro. Now Vucevic. Guarded by Okongwu. And Vucevic gets it to go on the assist by Okoro. 6 points for Nikola Vucevic. And so it's Atlanta in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. We'll be right back with you shortly. Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Trying to maintain that edge right now. Coach Snyder encouraging his guys.
Solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Hawks, Luke Kennard out there with Trae Young. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Newell. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 spot. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. It's an 18-point game. Williams finds Herder. Here's Giddey. Williams, a screen on Young. From deep, Giddey. Okongwu with the rebound.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Young. Lets it go from deep. Knocks down the triple. And the Hawks lead by 21.
Yeah, and from that extended range, you do it better than Trae Young.
Pass to Williams. Takes a 13-footer. The rebound by Atlanta. Outside, Alexander Walker. There's Young with the three. Smith with the rebound. Chicago shooting just 38% for this game so far. And a fast break now for Atlanta. There's Young with the three. And it's Young again missing. And it's the Bulls' ball. They set the pick. Pass to Herder. And here's Giddey. Fires from deep. That shot off the mark. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Now Young. And so the NBA draft is now 2 days. How much of a difference do you think that makes, Grant?
You know, I think it shows the increasing importance of second-round picks. With teams up against the cap, they need that cheap depth. And also, it's an opportunity to get TV viewers over 2 days rather than just one.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. Okoro is checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Jones in for Herder. Krejci's checked in for the Hawks. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Pass to Jones. Pick by Vucevic. Jones, the pass to Vucevic. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Vucevic against Okongwu. And the layup falls.
Sometimes Okongwu can finesse his way around you in tight. He's got nice touch around the bucket.
Outside Giddey. Back to Jones. Three-pointer, Buzelis. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Well, oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Buzelis. And the layup is good off the glass.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Hawks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Trae Young.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Alexander Walker with it. Kennard outside. Clock at 6. Over Jones. Nice shot by Kennard.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
And so it's Atlanta easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Trey, this is a young team. Talk about the chemistry and the connection and how you play together.
I mean, you're around us outside of the locker room. You can tell why we support each other so well, and the energy we have for each other on the court. I mean, you can tell the reason why we do that. And I mean, I love this group.
The connection is there on and off the court. Guys?
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Trae Young.